Hello guys, welcome back to this series on data analytics with R. So in this video we are going to see what is a data frame. So it's a very important topic. We'll see what is a data frame. We'll see an example of a data frame. We'll see how we can access elements of a data frame, and then some functions that are useful, how to sort data frame with respect to a column, how can we split a data frame with respect to some columns, and what are missing values. Okay, so that's the content for today's video, so let's get started. Okay, so data frame is very much like a matrix that we saw in the previous video. It's like a rectangular grid, but unlike matrix, here different columns can be of different data types. Okay, so one column can be say character, the other column can be numerical or something. So every column can have its own data type. Okay, so in matrix everything has to be the same data type. That is not the case with a data frame. Okay, and every row name have to be unique. I'll talk more about this in a while. Okay, so let's see how we can actually create a data frame. So this is the syntax. Say df is any variable name that is equal to data frame. This is the function used to create a data frame. You make a round bracket, then this is the first column name, so the column name is names, and then you append a vector that has names, say Ram and Sham, and then the other is roll number, suppose, and then a vector related to roll number. Okay, so this is how you can actually create a data frame, and this will look something like this. Okay, now okay, also, I mean, if you want to move these tabs up and down, you can use these arrow keys to move it up and down. Okay, so now say I type row name df. So here it says an error because it could not, it's row names. So here it says 1 comma 2 because it does not have a particular row name. So you can assign a row name. Say you can say C say student 1, student 2. Okay, so here now we have got row names, and now when you execute this, also remember, I mean, I first executed this and then I went back and executed this. So these numbers tell you that. So here 92 means that this was executed first, and 93 means this was executed after that. 88 means this was executed very much early. Okay, so these numbers tell you the order of their execution. Okay, so here you can see student 1, student 2. Now row names have to be unique. Now you cannot have the same name for both the rows. It says non-unique value setting. Okay, so the row names always have to be unique. That is a property of the data frame. Okay, so yeah, so this is a simple data frame. Now let us actually load an actual data set to give more clarity. So there is this library mass from where you can load a survey dataset. So actually the survey dataset is very big. It looks something like this, and it has a lot of column. It has a lot of rows. Okay, you can see this dot dot. This means it has a lot of rows. Okay, so it has 237 values. Okay, now so in order to just see a portion of that, what you can do is you can say head of survey. So the head of survey will give you the first 6 values of this survey data set, and the tail of survey will give you the last 6 values. So the last 6 values. So it's easy to visualize a data like this. I mean, you mostly need to see what are the columns, how are the numbers in these data sets, and so on. Okay, so this is good. So whenever you want to see a particular data set, you can just type head and tail, and you can see its first 6 and last 6 rows. Okay, now say you want to access the elements of a data frame. So this is very similar to how we used to access elements in matrix. So here, say this is the survey data set that we loaded. Now say I want to put the first 10 rows into a subset of survey data set. Okay, so you can see the similarity of this with matrix. You see, I just want the first 10 rows and I want all the columns, so I'll keep this blank. Okay, so when you do this, you get a subset with only 10 rows and all the columns. You can also define the columns over here. Say you just want first 4 columns, you get only the first 4 columns. Okay, so like this you can define different things. And say you want to access a particular element, say you want to access this 18 over here, so either you can do okay, let me do subset survey of, either you can do 1 comma 3, that will give you 18, or what you can do is you can say subset survey of hand. Say you want to go to w.h.n.d. Okay, so this will give you all the values of this column, and then you can say 1, so that will also give you 18. Okay, if you want 20, you can type 2. That's simple. So if you know the names of the different columns, like smoke is easy to remember than to remember where is smoke. So it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so you have to count where it is. So instead you can just say smoke. So smoke of 2 will give you this regul. So these are levels. Okay, so here you can also see that every column has a different data type. So this is like string, I mean these also levels, male female binary values. These are like numerical, these are again left right binary values, and so on. So every column can have a different data type in data frame. Okay, so like this you can access. So this dollar sign is important. Using the dollar sign you can access the data frame. Okay, then you can do different operations on data frame. Say you want to see say let me just, and then so say I just want to see all the males over here. Okay, so what I do is subset survey $sex, because I want to see the values of sex, and then equal to, so remember your logical operators. So I just want to see the males, and now these are the rows that I selected. So I just want to select the rows that have male over here, and I want all the columns, hence I'll put a comma over here, so that will give me all the columns. So here you can see I got all the males over here. So like this you can actually select a particular subset, and then you can say select all the males, or you can say select all the females. So here I just have 3 females. Okay, you can also select anything like this. So like say you want to select the w.h.n.d, and then here I say want right. So here you get everything that is right. Okay, so like this you can actually access a subset of the data frame and then use it to do a particular task. Okay. You can also select based on the age or something. So say I want all those whose age is say less than 18. So I want to see who are, I mean, not yet adult. Or say if you want to see who can vote, so these people can vote. So you can also have an equal to. So these people can actually vote. So like this, you can actually see which things do you want. I mean, you can remove the things that you want and access only the data that you actually want to work on. Okay, so these are some logical operations that can be used over here. Then say you want to sort the data frame with respect to a column. Say I want to sort the data frame with respect to height. So how do you do that? So say you write the name subset of survey, and then over here you remember the order function. So if you don't remember, I'll just put the link of the video over here. You can click and see what is order. So order will actually give you the index of the sorted elements over here. I'll tell you one second. So I want to order subset survey dollar height. Okay, and don't forget to put a comma over here because these are the rows that you are selecting. So these are the rows that I am selecting, and then I want all the columns over here. So now here you can see this is ordered by the height. So 157 is the minimum height, and then it goes all the way over here. You can also see a NA over here. I'll talk about NA soon. Okay, this is a missing value. I'll talk about this soon. Okay, so yeah, so also remember, I mean, it just doesn't arranges this, but it also arranges the other rows accordingly. So for example, see 157 actually belongs to a female with this WR hand 17, she is right, and then clap is right, I don't know, exercise is frequent, and so on. So all these things should be the same. I mean, these belong to the same female, right? You cannot change a particular female's height or something like this. So when I mean by sorting the height, I mean all the rows should go up and down. The 173 over here should match with the female and 18.5 over here. Right, so the 173 should match with female and 18.5 over here. So all the rows should be arranged according to their heights, right? You cannot change these numbers. Okay, so that is how you can sort a data frame using the order. Then you can also split the data. Say you want to just analyze the height and the sex of a particular thing, of a particular person. So you want to see the heights of all the males, or you want to see heights of all the females. Okay, so what you can do is, so here the second column should be a level. So like this here it is like female, male, so it should have just two values. Okay, or three values are also okay. So like occasionally, never, frequently, these levels kinds of data are also fine over here. And then this thing can be anything. So over here this is like height. So what happens when you use split survey height comma survey sex? Let me just show you. So here it will tell you, okay, this is female. So the two groups, females and males, are splitted over here, and this tells you the heights of all the females, and this tells you the heights of all the males. So you get in one different data frame, that is X. Okay, now what you can do is you can work on this, but you can see that there are some NAs over here. These NAs are nothing but missing values. Okay, so is dot NA X female. So now X becomes a data frame over here. X has female and male. So X dollar female will give you the heights of all the females, and is NA is a function to tell if there are NA values. Okay, so when I do this, so here it will return a false wherever there is a number, and it will return a true wherever there is uh, a NA value. So if you see I mentioned female, So there is a NA value over here. So that corresponds to this one. Okay, so wherever there is an NA, there will be a true over here. Why missing values are important? Because see, if you say I want to find the mean of the female height, see it shows NA, because NA plus 180 is also NA. So you cannot do any mathematical operations when you have NA. So for this, what you can do is either do NA dot remove equal to true. If you do this, then you can get the height. So what it'll do is it'll remove all the NA values. Or else what you can do is you can set all the NA values to 0. So this is the other thing that you can do. So X dollar female, in this particular X dollar female vector, inside that what you do is see if is NA, is it NA, this function, and X dollar female. So basically this will give you the same vector over here, and this vector I'm putting it into this and then making all of them as 0. So when I execute this, you'll see all the NA positions over here become 0, and now you can say calculate the mean. Okay, but then by making it 0, you are actually making the height of the person 0. So this will affect the mean a lot, because so you see actually the mean height was 165, but now this has fallen to 143. So this may be good in some cases, but not in all cases. So like in height, removing the NAs is a better option as compared to making the NAs 0. Right, a person cannot have height as 0, so then you can have problems over here. Okay, so yes, so we saw what are missing values, how we can handle these missing values. We saw an example of data set. We saw how we can use split, how we can sort the data frame with respect to a column, and access the elements of a data frame. So that was all for this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.